everyone, Dr. Andrea Haney here, just here to tell you that it's never too late to start an exercise program. Me personally, I've been exercising my entire life, starting from when I was young as a marathoner to cyclist, to competitive bodybuilding, to my latest endeavor with triathlon. So it's never too late to start a program, but one of the things you really want to make sure that you do when you start the program is one, make sure that you have the correct equipment, and two, make sure that you understand the concept of the muscle group that you're working so that it'll be beneficial to you. It doesn't make any sense for individuals to just start an exercise program without some kind of base. So the first part of your program that I wrote you is going to be working your back. So I've given you 3 exercises for this particular muscle group. So we are going to work the rhomboids and the latissimus dorsi. So for this exercise, and again, please make sure that you contact your doctor to make sure everything is okay before you start the exercise program. We want to make sure that what we're doing is heart healthy for you and physically healthy for you. So please make sure you do that. So for this first exercise, this is just a row. This is just a latissimus row. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a dumbbell. I'm also going to use a little 4-inch riser. You don't have to have this if you don't want to, but it's advantageous for me because I'm kind of short, so it really helps me. So I'm just going to grab a 5-pound dumbbell, which what I have here, actually, no, I'm sorry, it's a 6-pound dumbbell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work the lats, and I'm also going to work the rhomboids. So in the position, I want to make sure that I have spine elongated. So I'm going to sort of hip hinge forward a little bit. We always want to make sure that we don't round the back. We want to make sure that that's nice and straight. So I'm just going to support myself here with my hand. You could also go a little further down and support here if you're more comfortable. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to start in a position where our arm is down. So we're going to just sort of like let this hang, let this weight fall. And with resistance, we're just going to pull up and we're going to sort of squeeze back. So we're sort of pushing that elbow back and squeezing those rhomboids. Again, we want to go full extension, so we want to make sure that that fully extends out, the lats fully extend out. And then we're going to pull back and squeeze. So again, making sure that you have control of the exercise, we're going to take it down, full extension, almost let it hang, and then pull back. Make sure that when you squeeze here that you do feel this back here in the rhomboids. That's really important. Again, you want to get the most benefit out of this exercise. So all the way down and squeeze. And I'll just do a few on the other side too so that we can see that it's the same on both sides. And of course, you want to make sure that you work both sides. So again, I'm going to take it a little lower this time because I want to get full extension. I'm going to reach way down this time, and then I'm going to pull back and squeeze. And we're going to take it down, and we're going to pull back, and we're going to squeeze. All right? So same exercise on both sides. Now, the second exercise that you have is a dumbbell deadlift. So now we're working into the lower part of the back. So I'm going to grab both dumbbells this time. And for this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to place our feet together. Again, when we're working back, we always want to make sure that we sort of hip hinge. We sort of want to like hinge here at the hips. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the dumbbells, we're going to bend our knees slightly, and we're just going to take it down to the knees. Again, elongate the back, and it makes it so much easier if you sort of keep your head up. All right? And then you're just going to bring it back. I always like to like squeeze my tushy right here and squeeze in. We're going to take it down and back up and squeeze. Let's see what that looks like from the front. Again, we have our feet together. We have our knees slightly bent. We're taking this down. You can see that my head is going up, which makes my back nice and straight. I'm taking it to my knees, and I'm bringing it back up, and I'm squeezing. Now, it's just as advantageous if you can't go down that far. You can always just take it down until you feel that little bit of lower back, and back up, and squeeze. Again, we're working the lower back. Now, the third exercise is a weighted hyperextension. So for this, I'm going to go a little bit lower in the weights because this does put a little bit of pressure on the low back. So what you're going to do again is you're going to stand with your feet together, and you're going to put your hands here. Now for the hyperextension, again, we are looking at hip hinge. Let me do this from the side. So we're going to hip hinge over, just like we did for the deadlift, and we're gonna pull back up. Now, this will pull a little bit into the back leg bicep, so you wanna make sure that when you go down, you wanna tighten that up a little bit. I try to take it down until I'm basically horizontal to the floor and back up. So it's a hyperextension. Again, you're not only working just the low back, but you're actually working clear up into the rhomboids. So weighted hyperextension. Again, you're gonna take it down and back up. Now, you can modify this. You could do this without weights if you wanted to. So if you want to do without weights, you just put your hands here. Sometimes you can just put your hands here at your waist. You're just really bending, working on a little bit of flexibility, bringing that back up. Nice little squeeze here in the booty, the tushy. You definitely want to raise that tushy up a little bit, and you want to strengthen the lower back muscles because that's what these 3 exercises are about. They're about strengthening your back. Women tend to pick up with their back instead of with their legs. Men tend to squat when they pick things up. Women, we tend to bend over and pick things up. So extremely important for you to make sure, do the back exercises correctly, make sure you read the directions that I gave you or the instructions that I gave you, and hope for success.